Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new. Today's video is going to be a random get ready with me. If you're new to my channel or haven't seen this series from me, I basically just pick a topic out of this jar. I made this a long time ago and it just has a lot of random prompts of a get ready with me. So we'll just kind of see what we're going to be creating today. So let's go ahead and just pick a topic. Not this one. Okay, so we got full coverage. Okay, I've actually been really into full coverage makeup anyways, so I'm fine with that one. I will pull one more topic out and see if it's eye related, and then I can kind of use them together. But we're going to be doing a full coverage look, which I already know the foundation I'm going to reach for because I've been really liking it lately. Okay, this one was a easy grab, so let's see if it's eye related. Okay, match a look to an item of Matt's choosing. Matt, come here. I'll have him pick something for an eye look. So pick something.
Pick something what?
Pick something that my eyeshadow has to match, but just remember we have places to go. Doesn't have to be right there on that table.
His hammer.
Oh no. We have to go places.
Okay.
I want neutrals. He picked this hammer. That's great. Okay. I'm not going to be doing like a full teal look, but I will put this color in my eye look somewhere, okay? But this is like the closest thing sitting next to him, so that's what he picked. So those are the two topics that we'll do at the same time, I guess, just because, you know, full coverage is like, you might as well just pick something else to go with it. I did this to myself. I did not have to pick another one, but let's just go ahead and create a look. I definitely want to use this foundation from Pure. This is a full coverage foundation that I've been really enjoying. I think this is my latest foundation purchase in my collection. So I really have been just wanting to reach for this anyways. And I'm going to go ahead and pair it. These are both in my Shop My Stash rotation right now, so I'll just use them. This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Primer. And I want to put a really hydrating primer underneath the foundation because it is so full coverage. So I guess we'll start out with primer. I don't know if I want to do my eye makeup first. I think I'm just going to actually just jump in and do my face makeup and then we'll do the eye makeup. But since we have to add that color, I'm feeling like maybe I should do the eye makeup first. So I guess I'll just let this kind of sink in a little bit and jump to the eyes because I have to use that teal color, so I don't want to do the whole face makeup and then like want to switch the eye up or something and then have to redo it. All right, so I would say the shade in here is probably my most similar to color of the hammer, so I guess we'll use that. This is from the Nomad Iceland palette. All right, I'm going to start out by priming the eyelids. I'm going to use this Shop Miss A Soft Base Nude Eye Primer first, and then we'll go in with the shadows. Cannot believe he picked that color. I'm gonna start out with this light neutral shade from the Juvia's Place Warrior palette. I'm gonna set down the eyeshadow base. Okay, I might regret this, but I'm actually gonna put a little bit of this brown shade through the crease as well, and then we'll add in the teal shade. I'm kind of thinking about using the teal shade and then this kind of like grayish color. So hopefully that works with this brown, but I just don't want anything like too green today, so I'm gonna try and make it a little bit more neutral. All right, I've avoided it long enough. I'm gonna go into the shade called Frig that matches the hammer handle. And I'm gonna put this in the crease. And I'm actually keeping it like pretty low. So it's gonna go kind of on the lid and then into the crease. Hammer's only like half that color too. So I guess we'll use a little bit of like a silver too, maybe like a shimmery silver. So it doesn't have to be totally green, but dang, I did not want to create a green look today. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the shade called Odin. It's like a greenish gray. Put this on the outer portion of the crease. I'm pretty sure this is a look I've created before with this palette. I really do like these shades. I just don't always, you know, reach for green shadows. But it kind of like brings in the gray tones from the hammer. Okay, I actually kind of like that as like a matte shade look, but I probably will add a shimmer. I was kind of thinking about putting this shade on the lid. It's from the REM Midnight Snack palette, but I'm not sure if it's too deep. I guess I could always put this on and then top it with something lighter. Oh my goodness, the dog's trying to get comfy. But I feel like that shade kind of works Also, this hammer is like super old and a little rusted, so that's the look we're going for. So I feel like this would probably be pretty good actually, like chrome-like. It's not exactly silver. All right, I'm gonna go and put some NYX glitter glue on, and then I'll add that shimmer shade. Okay, that kind of covered up the green. Might need to add a little bit more, but I actually really like that shade. All right, I'm just gonna blend on top of the shimmer with the brush that had the green, but I'm not adding any more to it quite yet. I'm gonna add, I guess, a little bit more now. I'm gonna blend it. I think I'm gonna put this on the lower lash line actually. Kind of tie it in more. I think that's all I want to do on the lid so far. I'm not gonna put mascara on yet until we finish up the face makeup, but I think I'm gonna put the mint green shade down the lower lash line, and then maybe we'll add more, but I think that will work out. When I add it to the lower lash line, kind of bring the green back out. I'm gonna go ahead and put on another layer of this primer. I just know that if my skin's not like super moisturized, that a full coverage foundation will not look good on it because I've got really dry skin. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. I love the way this stuff smells, so nice. All right, like I said, I'm gonna use the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie foundation. I've got mine in the shade LN2. It's a pretty good shade match for me, actually. I really like it. And you know, I usually pump it out, but you can actually use it with the doe foot too. I think I'll try that today. I mean, it shouldn't make a difference, but I never think to use this when I'm applying it as foundation. I always just pump it out. I'm just gonna use my sponge to blend this out. I'll put a little bit more on my cheeks because I do have a lot of redness there. I always try and put less on my forehead because if I put too much, it'll kind of like settle into my wrinkles, especially the one I've got between my eyebrows. It goes like right there. So I try not to put too much foundation on my forehead because of that, but I still want it to be full coverage. I used this foundation in Get Ready With Me where I put it over the Natasha Denona primer, and it did not sit well over that at all, but that was the primer. This is more typical to how it usually would lay down on my skin, and I really love this foundation. It's obviously full coverage, but I just don't think it really looks like you've caked on makeup, but I mean, it has really great coverage. Then I'm gonna use another full coverage product. This is the Catrice True Skin High Coverage Concealer. This one's in the shade 002 Neutral Ivory. I also have the Catrice Full Coverage Foundation, but I've been loving the Pure Cosmetics one, so I just wanted to use that one. All right, before I set the face down with powder, I gotta use this. This is the Oma Contour Stick. I have been obsessed with this, and I feel like I mention it all the time, but I wanna use this as my cream contour today. And then we'll add a bronzer on top, but I feel like for a full coverage look, that would just be nice. What was going on right here, but that'll be okay. I've used this so much too, and twisted all the way down. That's as far as it's gone. So it's still got a ton of product in here. It's such a great value, especially if you can get it on sale for that $15 or $19 price range. I would not suggest paying full price for this. I say this every time I mention it, but they put it on sale so often for like $15 or $19, and at full price, it's like $40. So I would not suggest doing that, but you know, it's worth the $40. It's just kind of silly, in my opinion, to pay that because of how often it goes on sale. But look how easily that blends out. It's just so pretty. I kind of feel like I have to force myself to use my other cream bronzers because I just always want to reach for this one. Like I would use this one every day and be happy with it. This is definitely my favorite. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set down the rest of the face. I think I just wanna do the cream contour and we'll use powder products for the rest of the cheek products, but this is the RCMA, the original no color powder. It's a loose powder. It is very, very good. It will really set your makeup in place. It's not gonna leave, you know, like a weird white cast or anything. So we use this first under the eyes. This is the Nabla Precision Powder Brush. I've had this for about a year, but I did want to note that it is actually starting to come a little bit loose right here. I don't want to like push on it, but the glue is coming loose, which is a bummer because this is a really expensive brush. So I wanted to mention that because I do have an alternative. This one comes in a set, but it's just like this general shape of a brush. This is the Spectrum A26. I've mentioned this before. the stars like really rub off on this particular one from the Zodiac collection, but it's a fraction of the price, and it comes in a set for probably about the same price I paid for this one from Nabla, because the Nabla one you have to pay a lot for shipping. So I want to say I ended up paying like at least $30 for this brush, or maybe more. So that's, you know, not cool with me that it's loose, but I still want to use it. And if it falls off, I'll probably try and re-glue it. But I know I talk about this brush a lot as a favorite, but I wanted to note that just especially because of the price tag on it. I might look for an alternative to the shape before you pay that for this. Okay, and then I'm going to use this brush. This is the Spectrum X KJH01 brush. I use this every single day for powder. So I'm just like picking it up right from the tube also. And I'm just going to set the rest of the face with this. This is such a good powder. A little messy though, just because it's a loose one, but I don't really mind that. I guess we're going to stick with the Spectrum theme. This is their bronzer, their Sun Bounce bronzer in the shade Rise. I love this, you guys. This is so underrated. Look how cute the packaging is, first of all, and it's like luxe packaging. It's very, you know, weighted and luxe feeling. And then the formula inside is also amazing. This is the lightest one, I believe. This is one of my more pigmented and also my more warm tone bronzers in my collection. So I want to just add a little bit of it. I kind of picked up a lot. Okay, I picked up way more than I usually do, but I think it blended out okay still. Look, it's kind of looking like patchy right here. It usually doesn't look like that. I wonder if it's still my lighting. I'm just gonna use that powder brush that I just used and kind of go over all of them, not adding anything extra. But I felt like it was looking a little bit bold for what I was wanting to go for. I don't want my look to be too warm, especially since we have the cool tone eyeshadow. But I do really like this. It just usually doesn't perform like that. I might not have set this area on my temple with the powder, so I think it might have gotten a little bit mixed up there with like a powder and then a cream. I'm gonna use this highlight from Milani. This is in the shade Dulce Perla. It's their baked highlighter. It's a little bit of like a pink highlight, so we'll see how I like that. It might be pretty though. Yeah, I like that. I didn't want to use anything too golden next to the green look. For blush, I think I'm just going to keep it a little bit simple and use this Essence Mosaic blush. It's in the shade All You Need Is Pink. Then I'm going to go ahead and add that light green shade to my lower lash line. Okay, I went ahead and added mascara and did my brows off of camera. For mascara, I used this Essence Lash Princess. This is the waterproof one. I wanted to open it up today and kind of let it be open for a few days because I'm going to need it for my brother's wedding next week. So yeah, I wanted to kind of break it in a little bit. You know, mascara I feel like is always better after a couple of uses. So I wanted to go ahead and use that today, but this is brand new to my collection. I do have a waterproof mascara from Milani, but I just don't really like it, and I love this one, so I wanted to get it to be able to use for that because I will more than likely be crying at that wedding, so I'm so excited for it. But for my eyebrows, I used my normal combo here. I used the NYX Lift and Snatch in Ash Brown. It's like a brown marker, and then the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. I'm pretty sure this is empty, but I still use it. I probably need to get a new one. It feels like there's nothing in it at all, so I think this is probably used up, but this is only $9 and it's lasted me for months. I'm pretty sure I got this in the spring, so I've had it for a very long time. All we have left is the lips, and I'm feeling like I want like a cool tone neutral, so I'm gonna kind of look in my collection and see what I can find. I think I'm gonna start with this lip liner. This is the NYX Nude Beige Lip Liner. This should kind of add enough cool tone-ness for me. I don't really have a ton of cool tone lipsticks that don't lean like pink or mauve. So these are kind of my two options here. This one's not really cool tone, but I think I can make it work with that lip liner. So my first option is the Juvia's Place lipstick in the shade Muted. It's kind of like a brown, but I don't know if that's really what I'm wanting today. It's like pretty brown. It looks warm here, but it tends to look a little bit more cool tone on the lips. But then I also have this one from Koki in Hazelnut Cream. It's more of just a neutral shade. But again, I feel like with the lip liner, it might look a little bit more cool tone. I think I'm gonna start with that. Yeah, I think that's okay. But then my lips are really dry today, so I think I'm gonna use a gloss on top just because they're pretty cracked right here. My best cool tone gloss is this one from NYX. It's the This Is Milky Gloss in Cookies and Milk. This one smells so good. I feel like I just can't use it without smelling it. It smells like Fruit Loops. I like that. Okay, I feel like adding the green to the lower lash line on the look was enough green for me because, like I said, I will stick with my argument of the hammer is like half green, half silver. So, I mean, I feel like that works. Cannot believe he picked a hammer. But that's going to be it for this episode of my random Get Ready With Me series. I think we kind of covered both topics really well, both the full coverage one and the match a look to an item of Matt's choosing. So I'm glad that these both worked out really well together because I feel like the green kind of needed a more full coverage look, and then they kind of just like paired nicely together. So this is how the full look turned out. I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and also consider subscribing to my channel if you want to see more content from me. But with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.